very warm welcome. You're watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Akal. The top stories first. Supreme Court issues a show cause order on cabinet reshuffle, calls both parties for deliberations on June 19th. Number of active cases of coronavirus drops to 82,000. Recovery rate is almost double than the rate of daily infection. NRB approval not required for small size foreign investment. The central bank needs to be informed about such investments. Law enforcement agencies trick criminals into using encrypted app, make more than 800 arrests across the world. And Tsitsipas outclasses Medvedev to reach French Open semis, sets up last four match against German 6th seed Zverev. And now the news in detail. The Supreme Court has issued a show cause order to the government seeking a written reply within 15 days on the writ petition filed against the recent reshuffle and expansion of the Council of Ministers. A single bench of Justice Ishwar Prasad Khateora delivered the show cause order on the writ petition that demanded revocation of the cabinet reshuffle on June 4th. Justice Khateora's bench has also summoned the both parties, the petitioner and the defendants, on June 19th for further deliberation on the matter. 6 advocates, including senior advocate Dinesh Tripathi and advocate Kanchan Krishnan Upane, had filed a writ petition at the apex court demanding nullification of the cabinet reshuffle. The government has decided to ease the prohibitory order issued to curb coronavirus from mid-June. The Ministry of Home Affairs informed that the government is currently reviewing the prohibitory order imposed across the country. Spokesperson for the Home Ministry, Janata Dahal, informed that the government will decide on the future course of action after reviewing the impacts of the prohibitory orders. He informed that the ministry is currently collecting reports from all districts. Dahal informed that the government decided to ease the restriction as the recovery rate from COVID-19 is almost double than the rate of infection at present. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. Daily infection rate of coronavirus has remained stable over the last few days, while the number of active cases has been declining in Nepal. A report.
The government yesterday confirmed 3,870 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 595,364, while the number of active cases has dropped to 82,736. The number of active cases was 85,544 a day earlier. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 504,530 infected persons have tested negative from the disease in the country following the recovery of 6,570 patients yesterday. Coronavirus claimed 108 more lives across the country, taking the death toll to 8,098. Nepal is currently among top 40 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 34.24 million confirmed cases, followed by India with more than 29 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 174.7 million people across the world and claimed over 3.76 million lives.
And now the news from the economic front. Foreign investors willing to make a small-size investment in Nepal won't have to receive approval from the central bank from now onwards. However, the central bank needs to be notified before accepting foreign loan. Releasing the Nepal Rashtra Bank Foreign Investment and Foreign Loan Management Regulations 2021 on Tuesday, the Nepal Rashtra Bank stated that its prior approval was not needed to remit or to send money from the prospective foreign investors for feasibility study and pre-operation costs of the industries and firms to be established in Nepal. However, the central bank's approval is required to send or bring in money to and from Nepal after the change in the share of such firms. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. Law enforcement agencies have arrested some 800 suspected criminals around the world after the thousands of people were tricked into using an encrypted phone app which allowed police to monitor their conversations without their knowledge. Australian police have told local media that the man who unwittingly helped to distribute the FBI-run encrypted messaging app was a fugitive named Hakan Aik. Alleged to be a drug kingpin himself, officials say Aik was identified as a key influencer and given access by undercover agents to a handset which he then recommended to other criminal associates. He was identified because of his standing with the underworld, a senior investigator quoted by the Australian Telegraph said. It is reported that he has been living abroad in Turkey for years and police have urged him to come forward for his own safety. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Greek fifth seed Stefanos Tsitsipas showed his superior clay court quality against Russian rival Daniil Medvedev to reach the French Open semi-finals. Medvedev opted for an underarm serve and match point, which Tsitsipas dubbed a very millennial shot after putting it away to seal a 6-3, 7-6, 7-5 win. It ended Medvedev's surprisingly deep run on clay and put Tsitsipas into a third straight Grand Slam semi-final. Tsitsipas faces German sixth seed Alexander Zverev in the last four. Zverev advanced to the last four for the first time with a 6-4, 6-1, 6-1 win over Spain's Alejandro Davidovich Fokina, who later said he had been hampered by back injury. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Supreme Court issues a show-cause order on cabinet reshuffle, calls both parties for deliberations on June 19th. Number of active cases of coronavirus drops to 82,000. Recovery rate is almost double than the rate of daily infection. NRB approval not required for small-size foreign investment. The central bank needs to be informed about such investments. Law enforcement agencies trick criminals into using encrypted app, make more than 800 arrests across the world. And Tsitsipas outclasses Medvedev to reach French Open semis, sets up last four match against German sixth seed Zverev. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website, janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.